This is the story of how one offhand comment from Cody Rhodes turned into the most talked-about potential match heading into WrestleMania 42. 4 words delivered to a TMZ sports camera in New York City, and suddenly the entire wrestling internet had an opinion. TMZ caught Rhodes mid-media tour and asked who he'd want Bad Bunny to face if the rapper came back to WWE, and Rhodes paused, smiled, and answered, "Good one, maybe Logan Paul." That was enough, because the timing behind those words landed harder than the words themselves. To understand why this match carries the weight it does right now, you need to know exactly where Bad Bunny stands in February of 2026. Born Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio in Bayamón, Puerto Rico in 1994, Bad Bunny spent the last 6 years becoming the most streamed artist on Spotify 4 separate times, pulling 27 million daily listeners and 60 million daily streams as of early 2026. On February 1st, he walked out of the Grammy Awards carrying 3 trophies, including Album of the Year for Debí Tirar Más Fotos, which became the first all-Spanish-language album to win that award in the history of the Grammys. Only Carlos Santana and João Gilberto had done it before him as Latin artists, and neither of those albums was recorded entirely in Spanish. 7 days after the Grammys, he headlined Super Bowl LX at Levi's Stadium in California, becoming the first male Latino artist to solo headline that stage, with Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin joining him mid-set. 128.2 million people watched, making it the 4th most watched halftime show in NFL history, and that number needs context. The football game itself drew 124.9 million, which means the halftime show outrated the game. The NFL's 3 most viewed social posts of all time all came from that one performance, and 4 billion total social views accumulated within 24 hours. California Governor Gavin Newsom declared February 8, 2026 Bad Bunny Day, which is the kind of thing that happens after a performance Cody Rhodes described as an all-timer. What separates Bad Bunny from every other musician who ever stepped into a WWE ring is that he genuinely trained for it. Before WrestleMania 37 in 2021, he relocated to Orlando for 3 months of daily work, and The Miz confirmed on The Undertaker's podcast that Bad Bunny was in the ring before anyone else arrived on show days. That preparation showed up when he hit a Canadian Destroyer in his very first match, a tag team win alongside Damian Priest over The Miz and John Morrison. Randy Orton, who does not hand out compliments freely, called him an official WWE superstar. Then came Backlash 2023, held in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where Bad Bunny defeated Damian Priest in a San Juan street fight that wrestling media widely called one of the best matches of that year and possibly the greatest celebrity match in WWE history. His career record in WWE sits at 3 wins and 1 loss, and he has not appeared since that night in San Juan. Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer Live stated it plainly: Bad Bunny is going to end up back in WWE very soon, sooner rather than later, and Alvarez confirmed he is currently slated for a big match at WrestleMania 42. The Debí Tirar Más Fotos World Tour also has a scheduled gap running from March 2nd through the end of May 2026, which covers the entire road to WrestleMania, and gaps in a World Tour calendar at that level do not appear without reason. Logan Paul entered WWE as a social media personality and has spent 4 years becoming something else entirely. Since signing a multi-year contract in June of 2022, Paul has competed at multiple WrestleManias, challenged Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship at Crown Jewel, and won the United States Championship in November 2023 by defeating Rey Mysterio, then held that title for 273 days, one of the longest U.S. title reigns of the modern era. Currently aligned with the Vision faction on Raw alongside Paul Heyman, he shows up week after week as a full-time roster member, which is not something most internet celebrities can claim. And that's when Super Bowl Sunday added a layer nobody planned for. While Bad Bunny performed in front of 128 million people, Jake Paul posted on X calling him a fake American citizen, drawing a community note that corrected the post by pointing out Puerto Ricans have U.S. citizenship since 1917. The additional detail that Jake Paul himself moved to Puerto Rico in 2021 made the post land even worse. Logan Paul publicly broke with his brother the following day, writing that Puerto Ricans are Americans and he was glad the island had the chance to showcase its talent. But that same week, a Fox News reporter asked Logan point-blank whether he was excited about Bad Bunny's halftime show, and Logan said no and walked off camera. None of that looked like coincidence to wrestling observers, and TMZ's own reporter noted on camera that the Paul brothers' whole pattern around the Super Bowl could be a WWE strategy to heat up a match. Logan told Sports Illustrated what he actually thinks of the matchup. If Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul happened, I have no doubt it would be the biggest wrestling match of all time, hands down, without question. That match extends so far beyond the WWE Universe and breaks all barriers of what people think wrestling is. WWE has not made an official announcement. WrestleVotes reported plans for what they called an El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano matchup at WrestleMania 42, though no name was attached.
Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer flagged one real complication, noting that former President Trump publicly criticized Bad Bunny's halftime show, which creates political sensitivity WWE may want to waive before committing. Here is things sit right now. Cody Rhodes, a two-time undisputed WWE champion, whom Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked #1 in the world for 2 consecutive years, went on record naming Logan Paul as his preferred opponent for Bad Bunny. Wrestling Observer sources confirmed a big celebrity match is planned for WrestleMania 42. Bad Bunny's tour calendar has the window clear. Logan Paul already described the match as the biggest in wrestling history, and the Paul brothers, whether by design or accident, spent Super Bowl week generating the kind of personal friction that wrestling storylines are built from. WrestleMania 42 runs April 18th and 19th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and nothing about this match is confirmed yet. But the schedule lines up, the heat is already there, and Cody Rhodes said the name out loud. In WWE, that combination tends to mean one thing: the match is coming.